Hi everyone, I'm Linda Reimer, one of the librarians at the Southeast DeMane County Library. Welcome to Library Connections, our weekly readers and listeners advisory video cast. And as it's Banned Book Week, we all have banned book shirts at the library. Let me show you. Books unite us, censorship divides us. That's right. Can't say as I like the neck, but they didn't ask me anyway. It was nice of the library to give us all free shirts to wear for Banned Book Week, and I recommend that you read a book that's been banned this week because you'll be exercising your right to read. Okay, now on with Library Connections. Library Connections number 116. This is the Friday, September 23rd, 2022 edition of Library Connections. Kicking things off with the top 5 fiction bestsellers for the week from the New York Times. At number 1, Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. In a quiet town on the North Carolina coast, in 1969, a young woman who survived alone in the marsh becomes a murder suspect. At number 2, Vince Flynn, Oath of Loyalty by Kyle Mills, the 21st book in the Mitch Rapp series. President Cook, a team of assassins, and a killer known as Legion confront Rapp on different fronts. At number 3, Fairy Tale by Stephen King. A high school kid inherits a shed that is a portal to another world where good and evil are at war. At number 4, Verity by Colleen Hoover. Loan Ashley is hired by the husband of an injured writer to complete her popular series, and she uncovers a horrifying truth. And at number 5, It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. A battered wife, raised in a violent home, attempts to halt the cycle of abuse. Moving on to the top 5 nonfiction bestsellers for this week. At number 1, I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. The actress and filmmaker describes her eating disorders and difficult relationship with her mother. So I gather from that title. At number 2, What If 2 by Randall Munroe. The creator of the web comic XKCD and former NASA roboticist looks into hypothetical and oddball scenarios. At number 3, Holding the Line by Jeffrey Berman. The former U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York gives his account of pushing back against the Trump Justice Department. At number 4, Dinners with Ruth by Nina Totenberg. The NPR legal affairs correspondent details her professional accomplishments and friendship with the late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And at number 5, The Myth of Normal by Gabor and Daniel Mattei. The potential ways in which trauma and stress from modern-day living can affect our physical health. Our first recommended read for this week is the new Archer Mayer mystery, Fall Guy. One late winter day, in the encroaching darkness, Joe Gunther of the Vermont Bureau of Investigation arrives at a crime scene to, as he puts it, sort through another mess left in humanity's wake. A stolen car from New Hampshire has been found with a dead body in the trunk, along with several phones, including one storing child pornography, and an old flip phone that once belonged to Scooter Nelson. Several years ago, Scooter, a preteen, simply vanished as if he'd been grabbed by a flying saucer. Joe and his team, dubbed the Four Musketeers of Homicide, are relentless in their search for answers. Lots of door knocking and a painstaking recreation of the convoluted route the dead man took on the way to his murder. They encounter a motley assortment of suspects, each seemingly as untrustworthy and irredeemable as the others. This is the 33rd entry in this dynamic series, and, as always, it combines a sterling cast with up-to-date investigative technique and technology. Another winner in one of the best American procedural series. And that's the Booklist Review. And on a reader's note, if you'd like to start reading the series from the beginning, check out Book 1, Open Season. Our second recommended read is the new novel/mystery by Jeffrey Archer. It's called Next in Line. This is the fifth William Warwick novel, and it's set in 1988. The book opens with Detective Chief Inspector Warwick being tasked with vetting the Royal Protection Command, the special service responsible for safeguarding the lives of the British royal family. A matter of great concern, as the popularity of Diana, the people's princess, grows. Warwick's team soon uncovers some worrisome problems within the RPC, but that's not the most troubling thing they discover. It seems that an unknown group of people has targeted the royals, and by extension, England itself. The Warwick series began with young William as a newly minted police officer, and his rise to the top ranks of the Metropolitan Police Force has given Archer the chance to develop his hero, both as a policeman and as a person. As readers of Archer's multi-generational historical sagas know, he is very good at telling a character's story over the course of several books. And the Warwick novels really spotlight that craftsmanship. Archer always brings a strong sense of verisimilitude to his Warwick adventures, as though drawing on real police cases. That's especially true here, given the book's downright tantalizing epigraph. Is this a true story? Maybe. Maybe not. Either way, it's another excellent novel from a genre master. And that's the Booklist Review. And as mentioned, this is the fifth book in the series. If you'd like to start reading the series from the beginning, check out Book 1, which is titled Nothing Ventured. Our first audiobook recommendation for this week is the new memoir Dinners with Ruth, a memoir on the power of friendships by Nina Totenberg. Longtime NPR legal affairs correspondent Nina Totenberg shares the engrossing and engaging story of her friendship with the late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It's not surprising that these two powerful women became close confidants, despite very different upbringings. Both women came of age in the 1970s, a time when women were attempting to gain access to careers previously dominated by men. Totenberg and Ginsburg both often found themselves to be the only women in the room, and it was inevitable that their paths would cross. The author's smooth storytelling style effectively blends recaps of their developing relationship with landmark judicial decisions and political events. She offers fresh insights into the dealings of Capitol Hill and the Supreme Court, but her personal anecdotes, her numerous shout-outs to other women who helped her in her career, and her musings about the nature of friendship are the most compelling parts. Totenberg's story includes triumphs and failures, good times and bad, and a poignant account of Ginsburg's final illness and death. Expect considerable publicity and lots of well-deserved demand. And that's the Booklist review. Moving on to our second audiobook recommendation for this week, and this one is a romantic comedy. It's called With Neighbors Like This by Tracy Goodwin. The audio is read by Eva Wilhelm. Amelia Marsh moves to a suburb of Houston with her 2 children. She hopes to maintain a sense of normalcy after her divorce rocked their world. What she doesn't expect is to be forced into a confrontation with her neighborhood's HOA rep, Carla, who is going after her for a garden gnome she has in her front yard. The gnome was a present from her children, and she promised them they could display it outside at their new home. Enter Kyle, HOA president, ready to defend Amelia. It doesn't hurt that he is very good looking and single to boot. But Amelia isn't ready for a relationship, and Kyle refuses to date women who have children. In a battle of wills, complete with a signed neighborhood petition, sneaky photographs, and an Easter bunny caught with the top of his costume off, by Amelia's children no less, this novel is as funny as it is heartwarming. The push and pull between Amelia and Kyle will leave readers rooting for a relationship to blossom. Verdict: an excellent read and a surefire hit for those looking to beat the heat this summer, or this fall since it's now fall. That last part is me, the rest of it is the Library Journal review of the title. Want more reading, listening, and viewing recommendations? Check out the Tech and Book Talk blog, which offers weekly and monthly recommendations, and the back catalog of Library Connections videos found on the Southeast Steuben County Library's YouTube channel. Moving on to our next section, next week at the library, we'll take a brief look at events and activities hosted by the library for the week ahead of us. This time around, that's the week of September 26th through the 30th, 2022. The last full week of September. Can't believe it, but it's true. This information about events and activities is also found online. Just visit the library's website, located at ssclibrary.org, and click on the big bold calendar link you'll see located near the top of the page. And on a registration note, registration is required for programs unless otherwise specified, or unless the program is of the online on-demand variety, in which case no one needs to register, everyone can just join in. You can register for programs through the library's website, by dropping by the library, or by giving us a call. On Monday, September 26th, we have no programs at the library. Happy reading. On Tuesday, September 27th, we have a number of programs to bring to your attention. The first is the weekly Adult Scrabble, which runs from 9 to 11 a.m. This program is held in the library's reading room. Then from 9:15 to 10:15 a.m., we've got Coffee, Tea, and English Vocabulary, a part of our series of programs for adult learners of English. The location of this program is hybrid, so you can come in person and attend at the library, or you can register and get the link from Mary Ellis and attend from wherever you have an internet connection. Then from 10 to 10:30 a.m. we have story time with Miss Sue. This story time is held at the library. And just a reminder, at the moment, the children's department is on the second floor due to a remodel on the first floor. So when you come for story time with Miss Sue, you want to go up to the second floor. Also on Tuesday, September 27th, we have Coffee, Tea, and English Conversation from 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. This program is also a hybrid program. And then from 6 to 7 p.m., it's the pickup for the September Junior Chef program. This month they're making s'mores in a cup. This month the program is full. And if you're not familiar with it, what goes on is that you have a prep kit that you pick up at the library, and then you go home and at your convenience, at your leisure, there is a online component, a video that has a host from the children's department showing the kids how to make the recipe of the month. So as I mentioned, the September Junior Chef is full, but this is a monthly program, so if you have kids at home that like to cook, just know that you can register for future programs through the calendar of events on the library's website. And if you've already registered for the September program, the pickup is 6 to 7 p.m. on Tuesday, September 27th. Moving on to Wednesday, September 28th, we have Miss Sue's preschool story time from 10 to 10:30 a.m. The location of that program is Fallbrook Park, unless it's raining, and then it will be held at the library. From noon to 1 p.m., there's the monthly Sticky Notes Thematic Book Club. This is a Zoom program, and you need to register with Michelle Wells to get the Zoom link, or you can register through the library's website. From 1 to 3 p.m., it's the weekly Mahjong, which is held in the library's reading room. And then from 3 to 4:30 p.m., we have a young adult program, Frida Kahlo Inspiration Journals. This program is held at the library, and yes, you do need to register for that one. And finally, from 6 to 8 p.m., it's the weekly Corning Adult Writers Group, which is a hybrid program held both at the library and via Zoom. Moving on to Thursday, September 29th, we've got Coffee, Tea, and English Book Club from 10 to 11:30 a.m. This, again, is a hybrid program being held both in person and via Zoom. And then from 6 to 7:30 p.m., it's another watercolor sampler program with Win Yarrow. And you need to register to join in this informative and fun and simple, it's not complicated, simple series of learning to paint in watercolor. On Friday, September 30th, we've got one item to bring to your attention. It's the debut of the new edition of Library Connections at 1 o'clock. You'll be able to access the video through Facebook and YouTube. And just looking forward, the next week, which is October 7th, there will be no Library Connections video because Linda is going on vacation for a week. So the next new edition of Library Connections will be up on Friday, October 14th. And here's our list of library programs contacts. If you have questions about any programs being held at the library, let us know. And I didn't think to include this information last week, but as I am actually recording this during Banned Books Week, and the video will actually be up while it's still Banned Books Week, I thought I'd list some links that you could check out for lists of banned books in case you'd like to read books that other people think you shouldn't. So, just FYI. And that's the program for this week. I'll be back next week with a new edition of Library Connections. Have a great week.